It's a great day in SimWorld, everybody. Good morning and welcome to SimWorld Today. I'm B-Ron. Alongside me for this morning is the illustrious Rick Blaze. Good morning, man. Good to have you here on a Friday.
Illustrious. I like that, Big Ron. That's a nice touch. Hey, I'm here. It's Friday. Players only live once. Let's go.
Yeah, it's gonna be it was a big day yesterday. We're gonna talk about something that happened yesterday, and we got a big game coming up this weekend as well. We'll get to that as well, of course. But let's start in the SWBA, where the Lakers finally have a new head coach, and it's JJ Redick. 4-year deal, according to sources over there in Los Angeles. He's going to be joining the Lakers coaching staff. Was a player at one point. Now, former analyst for the league. Podcast with LeBron James. Now he's going to be joining LeBron on the hardwood again, but as a coach this time. Thoughts on the JJ Redick signing for the Lakers as the new head coach?
I mean, I get to those thoughts later. I just feel like the way he got here was just so weird. I've never seen a head coach rollout as weird and as terrible as this situation was with JJ Redick. Um, is it a bad hire? Who knows? We don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
this guy. This guy has zero coaching experience. This is for the Lakers to be such a model franchise of the NBA to go out and make a move the way that they did. They're either gonna look like geniuses or complete buffoons at this point. So, I guess we're gonna see.
See, I think what it is for the Lakers in particular, I think that there's a lot of confidence borderlining on cockiness for the Lakers as an organization to make a move like this. No slight to Redick, obviously, but it's his first time being a head coach. You would think that if any other team made this move, it would be a "what are they doing" sort of thing.
Hmm.
But because it's the Lakers, I feel like we're looking at it from a different perspective. We're looking at it from a "oh, it's the Lakers, they'll be fine because they're the Lakers." And I think the Lakers feel the same way. We'll be fine because we're the freaking Lakers. Do I think so? No, but you have a aging LeBron on the team. Anthony Davis is still there. Not too sure about his, uh, fit with the team at this point as well. There's talk of I think the talk has quieted somewhat on them getting Bronny. But I don't. There's a lot of unknowns in this, but I don't think that the Lakers pedigree is enough. You can't just use the Lakers name and we won an in-season championship last season. We'll be fine because that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, yeah, it's really weird, bro. It's really really weird. I can't really put my finger on it. Like it is what it is. They actually made this official. I thought this was a lot of smoke and mirrors. I'll be honest with you. I've never really heard of a coach play professional basketball or coach professional basketball, and with zero coaching experience. Now I don't think he coached his son's pee wee basketball before. Like, he has zero coaching experience. That's just really weird to be a Laker like that. I
Yeah.
I don't know. And the other end, my hero, Monty Williams, uh, got asked to not come to work to get paid $65 million. So it's just a weird situation we're in with these coaches, and yeah, it's a wait and see situation. But I'm not really looking forward to that. It looks like it's going to be a bad season for the Lakers, and Bronny hasn't really guaranteed, or LeBron hasn't really said for sure he's coming back to the Lakers either. So that's a whole other issue all within
Mhm.
itself.
There was a whole joke about here's Le GM again doing this thing or whatever, but I don't think this was a LeBron move. Sure, they may be on the show together on their podcast together, but I don't think that had anything to do with them bringing Redick in. Now, am I a fool for thinking that? Maybe I am, but that's just my opinion on it. When you think about some of the great coaches in Laker history, you think about Phil Jackson. Obviously, comes to mind. Phil Jackson is the GOAT in my opinion when it comes to Lakers, because he was around when Shaq and Kobe were around, and they went on that dominant run. Back in the day, we're gonna date ourselves here. So yeah, I don't think that this is the same kind of scenario here. Am I, saying that Redick is going to be the next Phil Jackson? No, not at all. But I just think that it's a different situation now. And I think if things were different around the team, I'd be a little more confident about it. But because of the way the team is right now, I'm not as confident about it. The Lakers might be because they're the Lakers, but I'm not.
100%. I mean, I agree 1,000%. It's a. I have no other words, B-Ron. This is just a very weird situation. We have to wait to see how it plays out. It looks like La La Land is going to be a crazy, crazy summer for sure.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, look, let's move on to something you might have. Let's move on to something you might have a lot to say about. The trade that went through yesterday. One of the first real big moves of the SWBA offseason that went through yesterday. Alex Caruso got traded to the Thunder for Josh Giddey, and this is this is one for me that was confusing because of the nature of it. Normally, when a trade like this happens, you expect to see some picks be involved, but no, this is a straight up trade. Caruso for Giddey. I have my own opinions about Josh Giddey, but I don't think he should be playing, but that's a personal thing. As far as him being on the court, though, for the Bulls, this is the whole thing, man. I think that the Thunder are gonna be the winners of this trade. Personally, what are your thoughts, Rick? Oh, yeah, Ricky. Oh.
I don't feel too much different than how you do in a lot of instances, B-Run. I'll be honest with you. It's a weird situation. I think it's a situation where if you're OKC, I do think the off the court stuff for Josh Giddey is the main reason behind this. He has a bunch of talent, but that off court, I think for OKC, hey, we dodged a bullet so far. Let's get him off our team and let him be somebody else's headache, because this may not be over with. That's how I'm taking it, right? Because OKC did not draft Josh Giddey to have him sitting on the bench. And all no disrespect to Alex Caruso, you could have gotten way more than Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey, if not had the off the court stuff happen. So I think that's what this is. OKC, hey, let me get from behind this bullet and let me pass this, move on to Jerry, and let them deal with it, because I ain't got to deal with it no more. But Caruso is a heck of a player, though, so they're getting a good player in return.
Yeah, Caruso is a very good defender. I think more so on the perimeter. But he's not like Josh Giddey in the respect that, Giddey on offense, he's mostly a facilitator, which isn't a bad thing, mind you. But I think there's more to it than just being a good facilitator. I think that Caruso is the better overall player, more complete player of the two. Now that's probably mostly has to do with Caruso being 30 years old, and Giddey being 20 something. I'm not sure how old he is right now, but 20 some years old. So yeah, that might have a lot to do with that, obviously. But the straight upness of the trade was just wild to me, and I do think you're right. I think a lot of the off the court stuff had a lot to do with the move to just, hey, get him out of here and let somebody else deal with it.
Absolutely. I bet the Lakers wish they had Caruso right now. They really could use a guy like Caruso.
Yeah, they really could. And I do think that when you look at this trade from the Bull side of things, this was an interesting move to make now, I guess, because there was interest in the regular season for Caruso, but they decided not to do it, and now it feels like maybe the rebuild is finally being kicked into full gear for the Bulls. I feel like it maybe should have started a little bit ago, Because I guess they thought, hey, maybe we have a chance to make a run, and which is why they kept Caruso. Instead, it didn't happen, and now they just had to get rid of him for no picks or anything like that, just for Josh Giddey. Where does this leave Lonzo Ball though, in your opinion, for the Bulls?
Hell, is he playing? I haven't
Not
seen
yet.
Lonzo Ball play, and okay, well, I can't worry
Yeah.
about folks who's not even on the court yet. Like I can't worry about somebody who
That's
hasn't
fair.
played in 2 years, so I can't. I don't know. But my man, I want to see my man Zach Levine. If they blowing it up, if there's a for sale sign, please free Zach Levine.
Yeah.
Please send him
Hmm.
somewhere where he can spread his wings and fly. I'm a big Zach Levine fan, and so if you're gonna blow it up, your biggest trade piece is going to be Zach Levine. I would like to see him get a chance somewhere else where he can ball out. But Alonzo Ball, I forgot he was in the league still. I haven't seen him in so long on the court. No
Yeah.
disrespect, but I literally have
No.
not seen him in the court in 2 years.
Of course, no. It has. That's just facts. It has been a while since we've seen Lonzo Ball on the floor, and hopefully he's able to return at some point and be healthy and able to play. But I will say I do really like the thought of SGA, Chet Holmgren, and Caruso on the floor at the same time. That sounds really fun, especially with the way the Thunder played this last season. Even though they didn't, have the best postseason performance, they still got there,
Yeah,
and they're on the rise. So this is definitely going to help them tremendously, I feel like.
100%. I agree with that statement. We're going to see how this plays out, but it's a good move for OKC overall. I think they come out winning this one with all things considered, especially off the field, off the court, I should say.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Well, look, we have a few days until we get to the biggest game of the SimWorld prep season, but that doesn't mean we can't talk about it before because it's the last show of the week. So we can't really, we won't be able to talk about it here on the show until after it happens. So let's talk about it, Rick. The SimWorld Prep Run to One Championship is this Sunday, and it's featuring the 1 seed, the Originators, and the 6 seed Rocky Mountain Monsters. I know we spoke during the game, Rick, about how Rocky isn't a true 6 seed, but this game, and we spoke about how I thought that Rocky Mountain was going to be the easier opponent of the two between them and SimWorld Europe. But now I'm a little unsure about that because of how well they played over the course of the round to one. Want to get your thoughts on the game, maybe a prediction from you, perhaps. What you got?
Hey, I think it's going to be a very good game, a very exciting game. I'm excited to hear or to see these two teams very hard earned fought for Rocky Mountains. They earned their place to play, and this is the style I feel like was the best style to go against the Originators with what they have available. So you got to give credit to Rocky Mountain because I
100%.
think that they're going to bring a really good game to experience, and it's going to be close. I feel it's going to be close. They have a shot.
Yeah, no, I think they have a shot too. I don't think that it was gonna be, and to be fair, I didn't think it was gonna be a lopsided game if they met up in the championship game. But I thought that there was more there to uh, exploit for Rocky Mountain previously. And again, this is just because I didn't know how the defense was going to hold up. But over the course of the round to one, we've seen their defense play pretty well for the most part, especially against SimWorld Europe. That was kind of the defining game for me of this whole tournament for them was that SimWorld Europe game where they managed to keep Andrei Ivanov and Ivan Sislov from really making a big impact in that game, despite them being the two biggest players on the floor in that game. That's impressive, and that has me going, man, if they could do that to those two players, what can they do to one player in Cooper Flag? You know what I mean?
Well, it's gonna be interesting to see how this Cooper Flag, how they check him. Coach Dodge has done a phenomenal job of putting Cooper Flag in a position where he has the advantage from the word go against most of his opponents. Putting him at the point forward situation. Um, I'm interested to see what Coach Robinson is going to do with that matchup. I think that is the key matchup coming into it. Now, no one's expecting anybody to stop Cooper Flag, but if you can make it more difficult than we did last game, 12 for 16. If you can make it more difficult than 12 for 16,
Yeah.
then you might have a decent shot. So I want to see how Coach Robinson is going to attack the Cooper Flag situation, because we already know 1-on-1, you're done with Flag.
Yeah,
Raise the
you can't.
flag. It's a wrap if you think you're finna just say, we're going to just let Cooper get here. Oh, he will, and he gets him a lot. So I'm interested to see that matchup with Coach Robinson. If he can contain that matchup, he has a very good chance of pulling out the W in the run-on-one championship.
Exactly. Look, all that being said, I'm still gonna pick the OGs to win this one. Real quick prediction from you, Rick, before we get out of here.
Oh, put me on the spot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Logic. Logic tells me OGs is on a heater and they're ready to win. So I'm gonna go with OGs in this one, just off Logic.
All right, fair enough. Well, look, Logic wins out in our minds. We'll see if he wins out on the court on Sunday. Thank you, Rick, for joining me this morning on SimWorld today. Appreciate you as always, my man. And look, that's going to do it for our show. So I'm going to do all the usual things you do. Hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to make sure you know when all of our shows, videos, streams, games, all that good stuff go live for you all. Remember, 1 o'clock p.m. on Sunday, the Run to One Championship is going down. OGs, Rocky Mountain Monsters. We'll see you on Monday for the recap of all that. And until then, SimWorld is the only place where you can see the game, be the game. We'll see you on Monday.
Take showers too. That should be a normal thing as well.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld.